Good evening, everyone. Oh man, I just woke up like maybe a half hour ago. But tonight is sure to be a pretty good one here. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and join our party over here in Discord. Hello, hello.
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 Let's get some background music. Something spoopsy.
Ooh.
And some ambiance. Let's see.
Why must we torture Simplish?
Fun.
Make sure it is
For
louder than
reactions
you.
like that.
First, I need to see if this is copyright. We don't want that. As it turns out, no.
Oh no, not the coffee rights.
Not the coffee rights.
All right. Let's All right. So, am I coming in okay? I did turn up my gain from the last session because I did find that I was kind of quiet.
You sound
Yeah,
beautiful,
you are.
Angel.
Loud and clear.
All right, great. All right. So, let's get this music going then.
I got a DM.
Uh,
Turn my audio down so you guys don't hear Ashley in the background.
Does anybody remember where we put the watch order for who's going to be taking which?
No, Mike. It's above the monster image, I believe. It's 6, me, and then Will.
Yeah, I just knew that I'm first. What's up, Vox? Welcome in, buddy. Cupid,
Hey,
thank you
Vox.
for the resub, hon.
You are welcome. I'm almost a year.
Almost there, buddy.
You had your year
Another year, you'll be out of your diapers.
Oh,
Do
I have to?
Do I have to?
But I like the crinkle.
I'm trying to eat. I didn't realize it was that easy to almost spit take mac and cheese. God damn it.
Don't choke like your girlfriend does.
Hey, yo!
Which one though?
I mean,
She's
they're
right
both kind of
there.
pros at it. So.
Well, one of us is right here.
I rest my case.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Dungeon Daddy's big pimpin' with multiple girlfriends over there.
I'm a girl.
I'm sorry, Angel. It was too
The Dungeon
easy.
Daddy.
You're too easy.
I know I am. That's why I'm
Damn,
called
shots fired.
Simplish.
Fair.
Y'all are too easy. Now shush.
Always with the fucking intro. Love it. Oh, God.
You have a reputation. You can't break it now.
Yep.
Yes, Tida. Yes, you're also too easy. Are we ready, Dungeon Daddy?
I'm ready. I am
Alright.
going to be snacking, but I'll still go since we have a long rest and some downtime. I'm going to be nomming while you guys handle that.
Alright, just... Yeah, don't eat while you're reading this off.
Oh, obviously. All right. I mean, some people like food ASMR. Anyway.
Oh.
Previously, our heroes had found themselves being attacked by a Pyreheart scarecrow at the Pinehill nursery in the northwest corner of Trustville. They fought hard against the scarecrow and found themselves in rough shape, with some having taken some brutal hits and others expending their energy to cover each other's backs. After dispatching the scarecrow, a preserved human heart fell out, rolling across the dirt, revealing Torshaven and Necral runes had been carved into its surface. After Vale pocketed the heart, Six, Liz, and Iris took a quick breather to recuperate, while the rest of the party went to investigate the tree in the nursery where the cows seemed to have vanished.
Ooh.
With 3 members of the party surrounding it, the ground gave way, resulting in Ruby falling into the exposed cavern system. Soon after, some of the party followed her in to explore the immediate area and found a dismembered cow leg on a jagged crystal before an odd rumbling could be heard rapidly approaching. As the party members flew or climbed their way back to the surface, a massive stone creature crashed through the crystal, seemingly displeased with the party's intrusion. With new information and all their limbs intact, the party reported their findings to the Fairchild family. With the direness of the situation, with the direness of the situation made apparent, Hatkins signed off on the party to receive their full pay for the job. After deciding to rest for the remainder of the afternoon, the party returned to the Fairchild stable to find that Sarah had been summoned by the Fae to, quote-unquote, do some stuff, with an odd combination of letters having been scratched in as a signature. We now rejoin our heroes as they start their rest before exploring the Pinehill Cemetery further north. So, guys, got any more downtime before Six takes watch? By all means, I'm going to eat.
I'm
Vale's
just
gonna stare longingly at the wall, the inscription,
I'm just
and
gonna start
and the
by-
fairy ring.
Sorry. I didn't mean to step on anybody. Yeah, I'm just gonna start by, like, taking off the jacket, taking off the shirt. I'm still bound, so there's still, like, the sort of dingy, like straps of material around my top half.
Will is still gonna look away with his hand over his eyes.
And just find a relatively low-lying branch.
What are you doing with the branch?
Are you asking that in character?
No.
Okay.
So, did you
No,
leave the barn area then?
I didn't leave the area. I'm just, like, outside. Basically, I'm just finding
Okay.
like, one of the nearby trees and finding which branch looks relatively straight sideways and is low enough for me to, like, jump to.
Oh, okay.
Do you think that perhaps we might be good? We could get away with having a fire? Probably. I hope the farmer doesn't mind.
Well, I mean, they're just inside. We could ask.
I mean, it's just for the night, and as long as we don't set anything on fire, and we don't do it
Anymore.
inside, it should be fine.
She's gonna go. Iris is gonna go and just gather some sticks together to try and make this ramshackle little fire. Just something small.
Okay. Where are you going to be constructing it? Just outside the stable, or?
Yeah, just outside, just far enough away to avoid any accidental fire, and probably something for us to cook if we wanted to cook something for food.
And do
Would you?
I see Iris, like, coming out and collecting sticks? That's a question for
You would probably be.
Go ahead.
I would say you would probably be responsible for some of the sticks being on the ground in the first place, as you kind of get your routine in.
Yeah, and that is exactly what I'm doing. I'm finding a branch to do some pull-ups on. And so I also probably see Six, like, ankles crossed, knees bent, one arm holding onto the branch, the other tucked firmly at the small of her back, just doing pull-ups. You probably want to put that where the actual animals roam, not just that, but While we're cooking, we'll have a fence around us, too. Instead of ruining the yard.
That sounds like a good plan. A good plan. And she's a little like a little starstruck watching your much more physically built body moving up and down, like a little blush and just like, uh,
Sweet summer child.
Was Liz aware of Ruby translating the Sylvan?
I mean, we were all there, right?
The Sylvan message that Sarah left, or the one on the back? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Liz is going to, before she gets ready for bed, she's gonna go to Ruby. You understand the Sylvan language?
She's like midway brushing through her hair and kind of getting frustrated with it. Huh? Oh, yeah, I read and speak it. Why?
Liz is going to pull out some paper and jot down what she read on the back of the monster, and she gestures for Ruby to hand her the brush. You figure this out, and I'll help you with your hair.
First, I'm going to need a intelligence check to see if you remember it because of how quickly you guys escaped up out of the hole.
Yeah.
And with all that panic that set in. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Give me just a moment.
Thanks for reminding me.
Where are my dice? My dice. Did you pass them?
Which dice?
The red box.
I don't remember talking any red box.
Oh, I don't
Unless-
have. Oh, I can help
I think
anyway.
it was.
No.
Give me a second, guys. I think my husband accidentally packed my dice.
No worries. Take your time.
All right.
Oops.
Damn it, Stein.
I'm just gonna be here being, Michelangelo's David.
In the meantime, I'll let you finish, Angela, and then I want to.
Oh no, you're absolutely fine. I'm mostly just thirst trapping.
Cracking a joke, if you will.
Okay, so were we? Did you change the map on purpose for one?
Yeah. I moved us back to Trustville just because we're not going to be in the farm combat anytime soon.
Okay. Well, I was wondering if there was a map for like the farm itself. But I guess
we don't have a map for the actual like barn. It was just for the farm itself, which honestly we could absolutely just chill on. That way there's not a lot of confusion. Otherwise, I don't want the audience to think, oh, we're back in the city proper. We're not. We're just taking a rest at the barn at the farm.
We're barn dwellers.
right.
But you
And then
all...
the next
off the map
question
here.
was, oh, sorry. Okay, right
No,
in
you're good.
there.
Yeah.
My next question was, how to tend to Axe and Luddle, since Sarah's no longer there. She's been whisked away. Just making sure they're all set, and then if nobody's gonna actively engage Vale, Vale's gonna go out outside for a moment just to see what everybody's doing, where they're at, and mope a little bit because their green-haired friend is not there, and find a new friend to play with. And
Iris is just gonna wave at her when she sees the bird buddy. It's kind of like as she's taking the advice and moving it inside the pasture area to be fenced in to make the fire.
And I am just dangling from one arm, like just dangling, and in the other hand, I'm just like casually sipping from my canteen.
We'll just sat back down, and honestly, I don't know what he could do. He's free to interact, honestly.
okay.
Found my dice.
Hey.
Yay.
I need and
I was gonna do something, but I gotta ask somebody something real quick, and I will get right back to it when I need to.
so just straight intelligence, right? So 16 total.
16. You're able to get most of it. You remember seeing about 7 or 8 runes, or what you could interpret as Sylvan letters. But the fact that there was some kind of magic emanating from that spot outside of the creature as itself, you could gather it is more of an incantation of some kind, or at least a focal point of one. And as you hand it over to Ruby, go ahead and give me intelligence at advantage.
Me?
Yes, because it is a language you're familiar with, but Liz missed a couple of letters.
Am I happy with that roll? Let me go check. No. Intelligence. No. 16.
16. That is actually just enough. You can gather that the incantation that was placed upon it was a variation of very old incantation. That's a variation of the animate object. But the focal word is what kind of grabs you. And you read it as protector.
And while she's translating it, I am helping her brush her hair.
Does Ruby get any context to what it means?
Like what it's
Like what does it say what it's protecting is what I'm
Probably the hole you fell into. But you would know through your study of Sylvan that druids and creatures of a more druidic and natural focus, when they are on a protective drive, it is a large immediate area, similar to the a druid protecting their grove, a sacred tree to a god, sort of deal. So this creature seems to be the protector of the immediate area of the farm.
So necessarily it doesn't have to be fully summoned by a fey creature of nature. It could have been summoned by a druid who just happened to write the runes in Sylvan.
It was an older variation of the animate objects to make it long lasting and sentient.
Okay.
More along the vein of Colander Elemental.
Okay. Well, it seems to me that these runes are quite old. It's an older style of Sylvan as well. It seems to be a spell, animate objects or something to do with elemental. It says protector mainly. So I think it's definitely there to protect what's in the home, from what I can tell.
Well, it's better than I could have read. And she is actually surprisingly gentle, even with the knots and curl in your hair.
That feels amazing.
Would you like a braid?
Yes, please. All the wind makes it all tangly and everything, and it's just a nightmare to deal with.
Okay. And Liz will braid her hair.
Give me a dex check. No, I'm kidding.
She's
You're practiced enough, yeah.
Yeah.
Can I do, after my workout, can I do an investigation check to find, like, partial logs? Like to sit on? Like a stool?
Sorry, Angel. I wanted to do something before you hopped off the branch.
Okay, all right. I'll wait. Go ahead.
Okay. Little bird buddy is going to, after waving, saying hi to people, they're gonna look over to Six hanging from the branch, kind of just like walk over there, curiously tilt their head.
Question.
What's up, little
And
one?
that, and they point to you hanging from the branch.
You're wondering what I'm doing.
And then they nod.
It's something called working out. That's that's when I'll hop down. And I'll sort of gesture to the abs and to the arms. This doesn't just happen naturally. You have to train your body.
And little bird buddy does what mimics the arm curl and looks at their arm and then looks at Six's arm and then points to your arm.
Exactly. And I'll sort of just a flex, and well, I'm sure you've seen those vascular bodybuilders. It's that, but just in the arms.
Yeah, go from tone, noticeably strong even at a glance to strong.
Like the handshake in Predator.
Everybody that is hearing that is then going to find the lowest branch that they can reach and try to do the same thing. They can't quite reach the branch.
You want some help, little one?
They nod enthusiastically.
All right, so I'll kneel down on one knee so the other knee can be used as a step stool.
Okay,
Right.
they climb right up and they grab the branch.
Go ahead and give me a strength check at advantage. Let's see if a little workout with 6 helps you out.
I'll be your spotter.
How about a double 19? That's just base
Oh.
roll.
God damn.
Total up?
We're doing strength, you said?
Yes.
22.
22. Yeah, go ahead and mark 1 progress point towards raising your strength as with 6's assistance, you're able to get a decent workout in. Not one-handed like 6 was able to. 6, you are surprised at how well they do. You're just watching, and occasionally, once or twice, you get a little nervous, but they hammer them out relatively well.
The beak ups.
Nice. Well done, little buddy. That's not easy.
Little buddy.
Do you need help getting down?
That they kind of they let go momentarily and then do the tough guy pumping of their arm as they just kind of drop.
Yep. I'll
hoping you would catch them. If not,
yeah,
I will roll.
Yeah, I am definitely going to try to catch.
Like a good
Catch the
spotter.
kangaroo.
I mean, to be fair, a branch out of your reach is about 5 feet, so you wouldn't even take fall damage from that.
Even so,
And then-
I am still
They're
going
just
to try to
trot
catch.
back.
Yeah. Do you want me to roll a check or something to catch her? 'Cause even though it's only 5 feet up.
Yeah, it's fine. You're good. You don't have to catch it.
Alright, so just guide her down rather than just a straight up baby catch.
And then they just trot right back over to everybody else.
I'm just
In fact, they're actually going to sit next to Will.
gonna watch the bird buddy leave. Just
All right.
something.
Hey,
Hold on.
bird person. Or buddy. Sorry. Bird buddy, right?
Well, oh, yeah. They are going to just kind of wave back to you and look proud of themselves with feathers fluffed.
You same Sipper.
Cute kid. Can I roll that investigation to find a log? Like a couple of logs like to use as stools.
Go ahead and make it a nature and brain. Iris, go ahead and roll a nature one as well to see if you guys gather some sticks and logs for seeds and fire.
Nature.
I mean, investigation and nature is still the same fucking roll. I am not
No, I know.
smart.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
18 total.
Yeah, simple enough. Six, you're able to find about 3 decent sized bits of log. Maybe Hacken hadn't brought them back over to the farm yet to be split. But you roll a couple of those over.
I'm standing
and
them
you
on
watch.
end, like in the actual like pasture area around the fire itself.
And you watch as you bring that first one back. Iris already has a decent sized bundle of sticks, as well as a little bit of kindling, some dried up grass from near the roots that she must have plucked to be able to start as a fire starter.
I'm glad Mother taught me how to make these fires.
Is that right? And I'll sit
She
down.
was a really good ranger.
I'll sit down on one of the logs and sort of like reach into my bag and kind of rustle around a little bit for taking out a little booklet and for simplicity's sake, it's a crossword book.
Okay.
John, I am actively going to try to train my wisdom by doing crosswords while just conversing with Iris.
Go ahead and roll me a straight d20. Plus your wisdom.
Uh, 17.
17. Okay. Unfortunately, it's not quite enough. You remember doing a couple of them here and there, and you know that you're at least up to medium. But this particular puzzle, you get a good ways into it before you get hung up. Something about the name of the band that the goddess Malil is associated with. But unfortunately, you can't quite remember it. Kind of think about it, look at it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna furrow my brows like, hey, what's a Malil?
What?
Is that out loud?
Yeah, like she's...
Is that anything that Bird Buddy would be familiar with?
Do we all
I
make history checks?
I would need religion checks. I would say for those of you from Torshav and Vale, you guys, Vale, you get disadvantage. Everybody else gets advantage.
Darn it.
Straight, not advantage. Straight rolls.
It's
Using luck.
Oh, it's a straight roll?
Vale, you get religion at disadvantage. Everyone else gets religion standard.
No.
17.
Sorry.
That's not fair. I rolled a nat 20.
It's
Oh,
Same.
But the next roll is religion. Let me pull up my character sheet.
it's a 13 down. Clue says the band that the goddess Malil is a part of. I mean,
I rolled a 20 total.
I rolled a 17.
I rolled a 20 total.
2017. Okay.
I rolled
25.
those, so that's why I said what I said. Just him be like,
25.
no, sorry.
Okay. Well, did poorly. Iris,
14.
14. Okay.
I rolled as well. It was a 25, natural 20.
Oh,
Man.
Uh,
Jeff has luck with the rest of us.
I had to,
I've
I had to get new dice for this luck.
I'm using the dice that have never been used in my house and been sitting for like 2 years, and they really like me, so I'm stealing them. They're mine now.
the only person that catches even the slightest glimpse of a name, Vale and Liz, you all, the two of you are able to, even through your religion, even at disadvantage, you guys would know that Malil is a goddess of bards. Bleh. And while you can't quite remember, while the two of you can't quite remember the name of the band she is associated with, Liz, for whatever reason, this elven goddess is considered taboo in Advalor.
I do not know the exact reason, but she's considered a bit taboo where we're both from. That might be why you don't know.
Next, you're gonna tell me that Bigfoot's taboo. Alright, I'll just save this one for later.
You'd be surprised what's taboo there. That's for sure.
Well, if the kiln had anything to say about it, not much was taboo there.
Well, that's the kiln. I'm sure there's a lot of things that go there that are considered taboo but still happen anyway.
Not if I had anything to say about it.
And then you'd probably be the only decent one there. Although I have a feeling
Trust
there's
me,
probably more than that.
I'm not a decent person. Oh well. Whatever. I'll figure out the name of this fairy tale creature another time. I'll put it back in her bag and...
Ruby,
Yes.
there's a little bit sharper of a tug as Liz kind of accidentally pulls one of your hairs. A little harsher than she intended to. Sorry.
It's okay. You didn't mean to. She'll kind of reach up and like rub in a way to like soothe it just a little, but not ruin it.
DM, would Iris know what the kiln is, actually?
I would say go ahead and give me a straight intelligence. Just see if you've heard whispers of it.
It would also be the same thing on my end.
Yeah.
Would I roll for that too?
If you want to.
You know what?
Right.
I'm just going to say no. I'm not. I'm gonna choose to fail.
That's a 16.
16. While you don't know too much about the specifics, given the manner in which 6 was released into the city, it is very likely a prison.
Oh my god, the musical sting. That was perfectly timed for the music. Carry on.
John managed to be a badass without even trying.
I can't wait to hear that in the video. Miss Six, could I ask you a question, please?
Yeah, shoot.
What is the kiln? For my wager, it's where you were, and I wager they're usually bad places.
It's like her vision, like her face kind of like goes a bit distant. It's
I'm sorry if I've upset you. Just
no. It's hell.
I could imagine.
It's hell on earth.
a
It's-
different kind, but still hell. Okay.
It's a maximum security prison set at the, well, on the slope, I suppose, of an active volcano.
Hmm.
Anything that goes in doesn't come out. Except me, I suppose. But I guess not even hell wants me.
Well, for what it's worth, I'm sorry you were there.
Don't be. I kind of earned my spot. I was definitely supposed to be there.
Glad you made it
Iris.
out. How about that?
Ladies, I killed people. I'm a convicted murderer. And you're sharing
Liz.
your bed.
Liz finishes Ruby's braid and just kind of goes and like stands up a little bit roughly, actually. I'm going to bed.
Night, thank you.
Well, at that point, he decides to take out his notes.
We're gonna do one last check before bed, Will.
Yeah. But he's not going to be looking at the runes this time.
All right, well, what's he looking for?
He's trying to think about ritual requirements.
Go ahead and give me Arcana check.
For the last bit of before everybody goes to bed, can I work on my dex stat a little bit?
I
Go ahead and
DM'd
roll
you
that.
what exactly he's trying to think.
What do I roll?
Straight dex plus just straight dex. All right, go ahead and give me that Arcana once you're ready.
Oh
Rolled
dang,
shitty
it
the
was
first-
spinning. It was spinning in my dice tower.
Oh, no.
Like spinning like a coin. Oh! That is a 22.
Okay. With that, you're familiar with some of the spells that require diamond dust or some kind of higher end value diamond. And as you kind of rack your brain, given the intensity of that night and what happened back in Oakhart and the aftermath, you kind of get a brief flicker of the morning after, going back to where you had last seen your parents. And you don't remember finding diamond dust, at least at their location.
I rolled shitty, and then I used my thing, and then I rolled an 11.
Fortunately, that is not enough.
Not enough. Did I get to add my modifier to that, or no? Probably shouldn't.
Yeah, I mean,
And make it a 10.
yeah, no, that sadly that
Well,
Will actively, like, Vale's right next to Will. Do they know, or that they're looking at? Are you, like, being obvious about what you're looking up, Will?
Given that he's doing so while sitting around everyone, yes.
Well, I meant like you're not. Would anything in your book be like if somebody were to peer over your shoulder? Because that's what Vale's gonna do.
Oh, it's
Kind of
not a
thing.
book. It's literally just a stack of papers that he's, looking through.
Oh, okay.
But
I should get
yes,
binded.
the bird buddy can see if they are indeed sitting right next to him.
Oh yeah, they're as soon as they saw you pull up papers, they're gonna be nosy and kind of like peer over your shoulder and be nosy.
Will notices, and he feels a bit tense, as one would when someone's looking over their shoulder. He just does nothing because he's trying to think.
Vale, are you kind of trying to hold on? Vale, are you trying to glean anything from Will's
What
notes?
was Vale saying? Question.
Oh, god damn it! That soundboard's gonna fuck with me so many times.
Oh
during
wait,
this
did you
campaign.
use the soundboard? I didn't hear it. Oh right, because I'm muted. Hang on, let me fix that.
I
There we
thought
go.
you had that question, but it was the soundboard.
Oh yeah,
Son of a
no,
bitch.
it wasn't me.
Oh, that's gonna fuck with me so
Oh,
much.
that's funny.
All right, sorry. Go continue, you two.
Me hitting Vale saying question because it's the only variant of question that I was able to get.
Yes,
Okay.
everybody.
And they point at your papers.
Oh,
Oh no.
it's nothing important. I'm just looking for something.
I don't. Yeah. They kind of like continue staring.
You're
And
curious as to what it is anyway, aren't you?
they nod.
I'm
And
just
doing a little bounce of happiness and clapping their hands.
okay. I'm just looking at rituals that need something like diamond dust and such.
Do I overhear this when he's talking about it?
I would probably say they were kind of chit-chatting amongst themselves as Liz is finishing up her hair.
Liz is done
I'm
with
trying
her
to-
hair. She's to bed.
Yeah. No, yeah. Okay.
Ruby's free.
Vale starts rifling through their bag, and then they look up at Will with a sad face.
You can't think of anything off the top of your head?
And they shake their head.
Is that no based on an answer of what I was asking, or that?
They show the bag, the empty bag, to Will.
Are you trying to offer him diamond dust and just saying you don't have any? Is that what you're doing?
Out of character, yes.
Yep.
Oh. It's not for a ritual that I'm doing. I saw something a long time ago, and I'm just trying to figure out what it is that I saw that needed it.
Vale pulls out their cards and waves them.
You want to do a reading?
They kind of shrug. I don't have enough words.
It's okay.
I don't have enough space for words.
Oh, the struggle.
Yeah.
The Kenku struggle.
I mean, they kind of just like they offer it, but there is a gesture in a way that Will can refuse. They kind of like put the deck on the paper, but it's like a way that you can say yes or no. you'd like to see if the answer's in the cards, so to speak.
Sure. I don't mind a reading. Like, he still doesn't get it. He just assumes that Bird Buddy's asking if he wants to do a reading, and decide to just say yes.
And these are just the generic tarot cards. They're not the fancy schmancy ones that they pulled out at the tavern.
Okay.
So they're a little bit more generic, a little bit more common.
Okay.
Are they major?
These are regular
or,
tarot. These are regular tarot and not Taraka, right?
Correct.
Are these major or minor?
Major.
As this
Okay.
is going on, as you guys are doing that, Iris is just pulling out some of the rations that she's managed to store for just to see if anyone wants some. You know, she kind of offers it to everyone silently.
Is there bread?
I assume with rations for, you know, standard rations, there probably is bread.
I believe it's hardened bread, isn't it, though?
It doesn't matter.
Polly want a cracker.
That's gotta be.
Jesus.
And while that's going on, they definitely take the cracker bread, and they're nibbling on it.
Yeah, it's basically
Sorry,
hardtack.
Okay, that's I should have said that instead of the other thing, but damage is done. I'm sorry. And then while they're munching on that, they're going to hold the cards in front of Will now and repeat
Question.
as in like indicating that they should ask the cards.
Question.
It wasn't me this time.
I'm just just passively watching this, just
Question, huh?
generally chewing on like beef jerky.
Yeah. Will's like, question. Okay. Would I be able to find what I'm looking for? Or does it have to be something very specific?
No. And then they're going to point to the cards after you've asked the question, set them down, spread them out, and point to you to pick out 6.
And he does so. And he makes sure that it's not linear. He does like one from the very end, one from the middle, one from the right, and then 3 more cards from in between the sections that he already picked from.
Okay. And what was the question again? Sorry.
He
Will he find what
just
he's looking
said,
for?
What he's
Yeah.
looking for. Okay, and they hand you the star from the
Is
spread that they
it-
did.
is it right side up or upside down?
It is right side up,
Okay.
and they look at the card, look up at the sky. It's obviously still sunny out because it's only just a morning, afternoon, whatever, and yeah, and they just kind of show the card and make sure you have it compounded to memory before they shuffle it back all up and walk away to go take a nap because they're tired.
Right. You used up several of your spells. You need to rest. Sorry for taking up your time.
No, they're happy about it. They just want to make sure you got it, and
All right.
That's all. Bird Buddy's gonna go sleep. If the guy lets them that owns where the barn, whatever this place is,
He did say to sleep outside.
Vale's gonna try sneaking in the barn.
They're in the house, right?
Well,
We're outside.
at this point, the kids are outside because it's about 3, 4 in the afternoon now. Go ahead and give me
then
a
I'll
stealth check.
Twisted Fate. Twisted Fate. The bird.
What? Which does what?
That's for John.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
hold on.
Okay.
Hold
Go.
on.
Not rolling.
Hands in the air.
Me.
Wave them like you just don't care.
Put your fucking hands in the air. Don't touch your dice. You wait.
Hands up where I can see them.
Nice
Come on,
where I can see them.
computer. My
Eric, do you want me to
signal,
just share it to
my
you?
signal is chugging.
I'll share it to you. I'll just screenshot it.
Yeah, go. Yeah. Oh wait, hold on. Got it right here.
Okay.
Da, 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 da.
Okay.
Okay. Give me first. Give me a dex check, Ruby.
Okay.
And you have to beat Vale, and you have to beat Vale's passive perception. Don't say it out loud, Vale.
Okay.
Is this what I think it is? Here, let me DM it. Is it that? Is that what I'm rolling?
Yeah.
Okay, then 20 dirty.
Yep, that is just enough. Okay.
Damn.
Vale, as you kind of skip past the party, eagerly trying to go back and sleep with your axe beaks. Go ahead and give me a stealth check at advantage as you feel a gust of wind flow through your feathers, adding to the exhilarating workout. You feel spry and loose for reasons you can't quite explain. It's been a minute since you actually put some effort into training.
Well, at first I rolled an 18. The second roll was a net
Okay.
20.
God damn. That's the Percy of the
Amazing.
group.
Not
Plus
even
five.
the animal. Not even the animals will see you.
Plus
So yeah,
5.
you Vale, you take a look at the party real quick, and they're all busy doing their own things, getting ready to wind down. You kind of squeeze past the stable door into the barn. Don't even make a slight creak. And as you can see, hold on. Let me give these guys.
Bird Buddy is the night.
We need to.
uh,
If only we could do the I am the night. And Bird Buddy has that. That's what I'm there.
I need Bird Buddy drawn as Batman now.
Batman. No,
I'm that bird.
yeah, as you make your way back to the end of the barn where Axe and Lottle are being kept, you notice that they've already made their own nests, as well as one for you, and it's positioned in a way where you could probably gather they're going to put their wings over you to keep you warm and also hide you.
That's exactly what I was going to go for, too. I'll just snuggle up under their wings because all of our feathers are black, so they kind of just match.
You're gonna break my
Literally
heart.
Literally all bird buddies.
All bird buddies. Yes.
Copy and paste. Copy and paste.
Axe has just got this, this death glare to anybody that comes in the barn.
Yeah, as you cozy up with your axe beaks, you kind of position your head in a way where you can kind of see the inscription that was etched into the wall by Sarah and whoever took them on a journey. You begin to wind down, and the rest of you begin to wind down. Six, go ahead, since you're first, right?
Yes.
All right. Go ahead and give me a perception check as the sun begins to set for the first set, for the first watch.
17.
17. Okay. Not too much catches your eye. You do see about midway through your watch after dinner, Hacken comes out carrying a large post. As he kind of hops along, you can tell he's not struggling with too much. He looks back to the looks back to his house, glances at all of you, nods, and he kind of looks to where the scarecrow once stood, and he kind of takes a moment, sighs, and then just tosses the post down. You can gather he's probably going to take care of it in the morning.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The rest of my watch, I'm just gonna be sort of like staring into the fire.
What?
And just remembering.
Give me a wisdom save.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh.
You, as you kind of take the time, just try to unpack everything. You watch Hacken head back inside, and you think of his family, and his daughter being the youngest of the group, and that thought lingers into your head as you focus under the fire, and it through your memory, even though the fire in front of you doesn't, you see that opalescent color begin to appear. You kind of tense up for a moment, and you hear a distant rumble of thunder. That also echoes the events of that night, but at a distance. It's a bit more calming for a change, and kind of snaps you out of it. You feel a little bit of sweat perspiring, more so after your workout, and kind of tense and look amongst the party. You don't have any episode.
I'm just finishing out my watch. I'm just still staring into the fire. It's bright, it's shiny, it's warm and interesting. I like the way that the flames dance.
Okay. Who was next?
Me.
Ruby.
Ruby. Okie dokie.
She's like asleep on her stomach. She is a stomach sleeper, and her tits are like pushed up a little.
I'm just gonna
built-in pillows.
I'm just gonna stand there for a moment, just arms crossed, just
Actually, with that perception check you made as you go and finish up your watch and go to give Ruby a quick stir to kind of wake her up, you notice that there looks to be a chicken bone resting near her chest.
Oh no.
yeah, I'm just gonna like cant the head and sort of like more or less just clocking the chicken bone, but I don't understand magic. I don't know what it's for. Maybe she's just a fan of I don't know. Is there a country that starts with K in this world?
One that I've made yet.
God damn it.
Oh,
Get
dear.
out.
Maybe she's
Get
just a
out.
fan of that particular place's fried chicken.
I hate it here.
But yeah, I'm just gonna like tap her foot. Hey, you're up.
Oh.
You're up.
Okay, yeah, and she'll start pushing herself up. The boobs just come unsquished as she comes off the ground. And she'll sit up.
Yeah, no, I'll check it out. I mean, hey, free show.
Mm. Mm. Okay, you can go to bed. I'm awake. Thank you.
I'm still pretty awake for a little bit here. You want some company?
I wouldn't mind it.
Alright.
I'll make a perception check. Yes. John?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, and then did 6 have anything she want to say? Ooh, we're going to use a luck.
Unless Ruby wants to hold conversation, like, my quote-unquote bed is just gonna be flat earth by the fire. I've tipped over one of the log stools and I'm using that as sort of a pillow.
Do you want an actual pillow? You can have mine. I don't really use it.
You carry pillows with you?
A pillow?
That takes up so much space in your bag, though.
I don't really use a bag.
You would notice now, Ruby's the only one that doesn't have a bag.
Whoa. Oh, look, I'm not gonna question it. It's above my pay grade. Yeah, I'll take a pillow.
Ruby will hand over her pillow. It's a nice pillow. It's definitely not extremely expensive, but it's a good pillow.
As she's going through and explaining all this, I'm just kind of like holding this thing, sort of like a live snake. It's like, we're just wondering where it came from. I'm just like, and as she's like rambling on, I just give it a. Is that Chanel number 5?
I mean, maybe. I'm not going to tell you.
Huh. Appreciate it. I'll just toss that
You're
shit in the dirt and lay on it.
She don't care.
Okay. You relax. The two of you relax a little bit before 6 winds down. Go ahead. What was that perception check there, Ruby?
It's fucking thick. Fucking thick. Hang on. 17? 14 plus 3.
17.
And I used my last luck for the night.
Okay. As you kind of sit back, stoke the fire a little bit, you relax and you watch as 6 dozes off. And now everyone's decidedly asleep. Nothing really catches your eye. You eventually see those lanterns beginning to be extinguished at the Fairchild home. And as they begin to get snuffed, as they're snuffed out, you hear as another chicken bone shoots out of your cleavage and lands in the dirt.
Really?
Hmm?
No, you're fine. Go back to bed. And she'll pick up the chicken bones and just kind of toss them out into the fucking woods. And she'll make sure everyone's asleep. And then, you know those little lavender packets I got? I'm gonna tuck some into some of the party's like bag, just on the top.
As
Alright,
you
let's
get
keep going.
closer to Iris, you'll notice that she is curled up like all a ball with her tail around her under the blanket, just poking out, and she actually does have the smell of lavender and roses around her because she used prestidigitation on her little area before she went to sleep.
Then she gets skipped over, but is like, "Oh, that is so fucking cute." All right, but she'll continue on.
Yep.
Nobody saw Birdie
but-
leave.
Yeah. That is the one. At this point now, this is when you would probably notice that Bird Buddy is gone.
Oh, dude,
feel like-
Liz is sticking halfway out of a tent.
That's funny.
I just think Croc from Emperor's New Groove.
No, we just see the little sandals of her. Or yeah, she doesn't wear sandals. We just see her little feet just sticking out.
All right, back on track.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ruby. So you notice as you pass out that Ruby is not amongst the group. And you
Vale.
I'm
you
gone.
hear you realize Vale's gone. And you hear a ravenous snacking as your sugar daddy is happily dining on some chicken.
Are you having fun down in there?
You kind of as you kind of like tuck at your shirt and look down, you see the familiar eye look back up at you, that light little bit of burning green. It's so delicious. It's so delicious.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. Oh,
I heard the blonde left.
she did. Seems another one of your kind, maybe. May have pulled her away.
Well, they tend to be a bit rude.
Mm.
There's another chicken bone comes out.
Takes it, tosses it. Did you hear about that golem, the one you were warning me about becoming dinner of?
Sorry, what was that?
She's asking about the golem and the runes and stuff.
What specifically? Like you said, did you what? I missed that part.
Do you
Signal
remember
backtracking.
about the golem that you warned me of?
Mm-hmm.
The runes on it are Sylvan. Any ideas?
Check. Aside from druids and not all manner of people that's delve in natural magics, even if it's just a wizard, they had to be pretty powerful.
Mm. So, definitely not a cemetery keeper, right?
I think so.
Hmm. All right. Well, then I guess I better wake up the awkward one. Just try not to make too much of a mess.
I'm
What?
1 second. He says I'm done. Just 1 second. Turn your head.
She'll look up to the stars.
And you feel damp feathers begin to get thrown out. He probably ate the chicken live.
That is so uncomfortable. All right. I'll clean myself up as needed. And then, has Will, Ark, question for you. Will stated he needed a sword, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Pull out the rapier I have, and I'll walk over to him. And I'll just kind of not drop it point down, just point to the, like, horizontal, drop it on top of him.
And he immediately sits up, looks around, sees the sword before looking and seeing Ruby.
You're welcome. and she'll go back to her bed, lay down on her tummy, and get ready to go back to sleep.
He decides to question it. He just looks at the sword, picks it up, decides to, he checks it.
It's nothing fancy. Or, I mean, decent again, but it doesn't look used, oddly enough.
Well, he wants to see it aesthetically, and Pringle could understand why.
Oh, it's Advalorian make, considering where she came from.
So yeah, he's inspecting the sword, like, interesting. And
Are you looking to see like the region it was made, or
just the intricate details of it, given what he used to do for a living.
do you want me?
I
see.
already deemed it.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. If you're not looking for anything in particular outside of just admiring it, I won't have you make a check.
Okay, yeah, he's just admiring it, checks its balance, and does a few test swings, thrusts. Well, it's a rapier, so thrusts, and instead of just sitting there keeping watch, he's actually patrolling the area, walking around, keeping an ear out.
As you look over the sword and wait for Ruby to go to sleep, Moon is well risen at this point. And you think back to the intricacies of the detail on the hilts. And you remember it was about on par to what your father was attempting to reach in terms of his crafting ability. You kind of think for a moment, you kind of remember back, and there's that brief flash of his panicked expression. Your mom nowhere to be seen. You see the glowing from underneath his jacket just before what happened to Cold. And you remember screaming after him telling you to run. But it's not, this time it's not you that you hear scream. It's Iris as she bolts awake quickly in a slight frantic motion before coming to rest.
He immediately rushes to her, places the sword down, like is kneeling, is like, hey, are you okay? It's me. Hey,
I thought
look at me.
I was underground again. Blood was on my hands. Blood was on my hands. She
You're
just
not
kind
there.
of.
You're not there.
Just
You're here.
wiping her hand against herself, like panicking.
Look at me. You're not there. You're in Pinehill. You're with everyone. Me.
She stares at him, just like slowly catching herself. Slowly breathing normal size, and she just looks up and she sees stars, and that seems to calm her down.
Deep breaths. Deep breaths. It's okay.
Sorry.
Okay. It's okay. Like, will look a bit tense himself because, secondhand panic, but, he's just trying to help her center herself as best he could.
She just she has her blanket and just kind of wraps it around herself. It's like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to sleep much.
I can help.
I look and see that Six is like,
Oh shit! Like her eyes are still closed. She's just like laying on her back, like
Oh,
sort of like
sorry.
back against against the log. But like that woke her up, but not enough to like actually open her eyes. Like she is aware of what's going on. Look, you spend time in prison for that long, you're not gonna sleep soundly.
fair enough. But yeah, he just hears Six, looks in her direction, wondering if she's awake. And he looks to Iris and says in Elvish, she's offering to talk. You could go talk to her about it, and I'll continue keeping watch. Okay?
Come here, kid. Come on.
She kind of looks between the two of them and just keeping the blanket wrapped around her. She kind of goes and sits next to Ruby, and sits next to Six, and just kind of
sleep.
yeah, just kind of crisscross applesauce and just keeps trying to breathe
Come
through
on.
it.
Lay down. Lay down.
Next to you.
Yeah. I got you. Come on.
Very slowly and hesitantly lays down, because I remember what those arms can do.
I watched them for a bit before continuing to patrol.
Okay.
Yeah. Nothing happens. She's still like sort of like combat dozing, but she's still keeping an ear out, and she's going to fight away the nightmares, basically.
What was? Did I have you roll a perception check yet, Will? I don't think.
I don't think you had, but I will
Yes.
roll right now.
Yes. Go ahead and roll.
Y'all are gonna make me cry.
You said perception, right? That is another 22.
They do. Okay.
Those elf eyes, what did they see?
It's not the eyes this time, but it is actually the ears. As you go out on your patrol, you kind of shake off the thoughts of your father. You watch partway through. Iris and Six was able to get back to sleep. And as it's about 30 minutes before you all were planning to wake up, ever so faintly on the wind, you can hear eerie music coming from the north.
Ladies. And he goes to Liz, like, he pats her at the neck, at the foot, like, hey.
She kind of nudges him. I heard you the first time. Give me a moment. And you can hear the shuffling of clothes.
He immediately goes to go wake up Ruby, and then, goes to Six and Iris, and like hesitantly taps Iris on the shoulder, just like, hey, wake up.
There's a slight jump, but she sees him, and then she can hear the and sits up.
And it was at this point he was like, wait, where'd the bird go?
She's fine. She's fine.
Well, I need to tell them that it's time to go.
I
Don't
got
you
it.
hear it?
I got it. Yes, I hear it. And Ruby will get up and start heading towards the X beaks.
Vale, what does Ruby see as they go to retrieve you?
Well, I'm assuming that the barn is like strewn with straw as bedding for the animals. The X-Beaks are pretty much cuddled together, as you would see. A good example is Six and Iris. X has just got this look, this just temperament about him that he's awake. He's just pretending to be asleep. And got one of his short. I think they have short wings, don't they? Yeah. They're flightless, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Or no, they do have wings, ostrich wings. Okay, so they are larger. Yeah. And it's just kind of like draped over the Lottle, who is just like laying upside down, outstretched.
Out.
And Lottle's wing is just like bent at a weird angle, but not uncomfortable. Because Lottle's weird. And the veil is just kind of snug in between, underneath the straw, the wings, and like curled up in a little black ball of fluff. And like clutching their bag, and actually out in their hands is the heart as well. Like they would have been looking at it just before they fell asleep.
You just hear a faint chuckle echo out of the barn. And she'll, first she's going to try calling out to Vale from outside of the pen, because that one bird just looks like a fucking asshole. Vale. Or, fuck, bird buddy. Bird buddy. Bird buddy.
I'm assuming with my passive, I would hear this.
Yeah, you'd probably already be stirring at this point.
Okay. At that point, would I hear the music as well?
No. Not with your passive.
Okay. Then they're just gonna kind of like shuffle everything back into the bag. Scurry out from underneath the feathers. Pet Lottle, make sure it's still he's still breathing. And and then give a nod to X, because they have a silent respect for each other.
Mm-hmm.
And it just kind of like literally just like hop thing out the door.
Okay.
And stop at the entrance and just listen.
Ruby will trail behind her.
Go ahead and give me that perception check, Vale.
Base of 17 plus 7.
Oh yeah. Now that you're alert, you've packed up the heart, you've packed up your book, you're good to go. Finally, we're getting to go to the graveyard. And you can do your little hopping run as you get to the door and peek out, and you can see the rest of the party already up on their feet, gathering their equipment. That's when you begin to pick up on the music coming in very, very faintly from the forest.
Is it sound like anything that would have heard regionally?
No. It sounds like a 4-string quartet. But while they do tend to come through time to time, it's a bit rarer from your parts, but you could definitely tell it's meant to be some kind of a quartet.
Is it a somber tune, a happy tune?
Give me insight.
Can any of us recognize the tune? Like what it was meant to be played as? The song.
1 second.
Okay.
It was
23.
only 23. Because you guys haven't actively listened for it, Bill's the one picking up.
Okay.
It's a mix of somber and angry.
Somber and angry.
Sorry.
With what I have understood before with the job that I've had,
The intent behind the music?
yes. Like, is it? I'll just DM you because I can't think of words right now.
Okay.
Words are hard, guys.
It happens.
Words are hard.
The words are hard when you're trying to hide things.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Let's see how. Mm-mm.
No, okay.
Not that you could tell. Nope.
Okay. So they're gonna hearing that's taking the stop a moment to listen, seeing that everybody's already awake. You previously said it was an hour by foot, and we're leaving these guys behind, I assume, correct?
Yeah. It's close enough where you can leave your axe beaks behind. It's about half an hour on foot.
Okay, Vale's gonna just start skipping off in that direction.
And I will
Hey.
follow because I'm not going to let the little thing go off on her own.
I'm gonna follow them as well, and then I want to cast a spell as we're all moving, because I can do that.
Is it